But don't worry, everybody. Biden's plan is still working.
Oh, good.
Here we go.
Please sit down if you have a seat.
That's a good
joke. And you got a hell of a new governor in Westmore, I tell you. He's the real deal, and the boy looked like he could still play. He got some guns on him. I used to be on the county council. You know what?
What a dip.
Nobody knows the difference between whether there's a pothole in front of your house. It's the county's problem, it's the state problem, it's the city's problem. And guess who they go to? They go to the county. And that's why I ran for the Senate. Last week, I reported on the State of the Union. It's strong, and that's, as they say up in Scranton, that's no malarkey. It's the soul of, because the soul of this nation is strong. The past 2 years, we've been carrying out my economic plan that grows the economy from the bottom up and the middle out.
It is a
Look,
comic plan.
this trickle-down economy, I never
Doesn't
watched much
exist.
of it trickle on my dad's kitchen table. You know, because when
What trickled on his
before we have a ladder up,
What's
the middle
trickling
class
down
does
his
well.
diaper?
The wealthy still do very, very well. My economic plan is what I call a blue-collar blueprint. I'm looking forward to the debate because the debate, we're going to debate with the facts. Gas prices are down $1.60 a gallon. They're going to come down further from their peak.
Almost died.
Inflation is coming down. Take-home pay for workers has gone up.
No, it's not.
Over the past several months. We got more to do, but I'm telling you, the Biden economic plan is working. 2 weeks ago, I was in where the Biden family hailed from back in the 1850s, Balmer, to replace the 150-year-old Baltimore Potomac Tunnel. I'm one of the few guys that walked through that tunnel. And the reason I did, I've traveled over 1 million miles on Amtrak, no joke, every single day, going through that tunnel.
Yeah.
And we're going to rename it the Frederick Douglass Tunnel.
Doug,
It has the
Doug.
potential to take
Frederick
thousands
Douglass
of
Tunnel.
vehicles off the highways and save millions of barrels of oil and reducing pollution. And that's a fact. Look, because I've been pushing this for now 25 years. And I spoke, Ben, to the Business Roundtable and the major companies in America. I said, that's why I was so pro-union. I said, because they save you a lot of money. You know, this is going to have a major impact on the environment, what we're doing. Specifically reducing carbon in the air as we begin to move these 500,000 charging stations around the world, around the country. And ultimately, it's going to take millions of barrels of oil off the road.
Facts.
You know, each of these charging stations is like rebuilding a gas station. My grandfather, Biden, he went to work for a guy who was building gas stations back in the early 1900s. All of a sudden, you have a fast food store nearby. All of a sudden, you build the community. Well, what we're doing with these charging stations is the same thing my grandpa did. I'm not joking. Think about it. You're building communities, little tiny communities.
Think about it.
It builds the region. It takes care of things. So this is incredible. It's going to be, and it's good for the growth as well.
Good for the what?
And I want to be clear with all of you. We're not just buying American for this thing. For every project we have, every project we're installing, it's going to buy America. Small computer chips about as small as the tip of my finger. They power everything in our lives, from cell phones, automobiles, refrigerators, artificial intelligence, the list goes on. For too long, we've imported products, and exported jobs. Now America is exporting projects and creating jobs at home. Communities are beginning to get proud again. We're building an economy that leaves nobody behind. We're investing in places and people that have been forgotten. They've been invisible.
I have to forget him.
And we've forgotten, but we haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten. The Inflation Reduction Act, which is a fancy sounding name, it's saving the taxpayer.
Best communicator we have.
Yeah.
Oh, in the White House.
Now our Republican friends want to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. The distinguished senator, I shouldn't be a smart guy, Senator Rick Scott from Florida. His plan is to sunset Medicare and Social Security. Well, meaning if you don't reauthorize them every 5 years, they go out of existence. Sunset them. They'll go away. If that's the Republican dream, I'm their nightmare. Well, it's all on film. Let's see who votes to cut it. Senator Scott's bottom line is, he said, we're reducing the deficit at the same time we're getting seniors a fair price. Somehow that's costing the government. He's a little confused.
You are. Yes, you are.
Inflation Reduction Act cracks down on super wealthy tax cheats. You know, when you make $200 million bucks, I only wish.
You would know.
Yeah,
Like
come
$200 million bucks, you got very expensive accountants. You got a lot of people doing a lot of things to make sure you pay little. That lets a super wealthy game the system if you don't have people looking at it.
Wash it through your S corp.
Well, what has happened, I don't know how many years now, Ben, I guess for the last 4 or 5 years, they've constantly cut the number of audits the number of people working at the IRS who do the audits. So you're taking the cops out of the deal, man. It's like, you know, a lot of people going through red lights, but there's no cops to do anything, and no cameras. Well, look, we changed the law. Here's the bottom line. My economic plan is working.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
Joe.
Our economic plan is working.
He's on the money.
We're exporting projects.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the best communicator
Yes.
we have in the White House.
Yes, absolutely. Hands down.
I'm your nightmare.